Hello. Welcome to Special Delivery with Rooster the Computer, the man of the future, Rooster the Computer for short, and Rooster for shorter. This is my guest, Nathan.
Nathan Bonassin.
Nice. I forgot your last name for a second.
That's all good, man.
But you have like a stage name?
I usually just perform under my name, but I have performed under the name Kiss Me Goodnight before, which is kind of like a weird name, and a lot of people get kind of put off by it, but it's kind of like an homage to like neglected children, you know what I mean? Like parents being too busy to care about their children and stuff. So yeah, so that's my like metal stage name is Kiss Me Goodnight, and it's like I don't know. I was always into the new metal stuff, not the hardcore shit like fucking Dimmu Borgir. I was a Deftones guy, so
and Korn and shit.
Yeah, the emotional metal.
I love Korn.
Yeah,
Korn is one of my favorite new metal bands ever.
Fuck yes.
Come a little bit closer.
Come a little
and
closer.
when you speak to project, look at the microphone when you're talking.
All right, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
with your face, not your eyes.
Yes. my eyes.
You can look at me or at the camera depending on what you're trying to say, but always project in that direction.
Absolutely, yeah. I'll make sure you can hear me.
Yeah. Straight up. But yeah, so how'd you get into music? What inspired you to become a musician?
I guess I was like watching much music and MTV, you know, that stuff, the music videos on there, and I saw bands like God forgive me, Linkin Park. You know, I fucking loved Linkin Park. I got into Limp Bizkit a lot because my uncle, he was into Limp Bizkit, and I remember like hanging out in his pool hall, just like shooting some pool or whatever and listening to Limp Bizkit. Yeah, so those bands kind of inspired me, and I got this thing that was called like a DM squared digital turntable music mixer for Christmas when I was like 14. And you were able to like use samples of a bunch of underground electronic songs, and you could like remix them. You could record your voice with those shitty little like computer mics that like kind of like extended off the I don't know, it was like a little arm mic, you know what I mean? You know those like little white ones from back in like the 90s. Yeah, so anyways, you could record samples with that and like use these digital turntables to like remix them and stuff, so it was pretty sweet. And that was like my first touch of music. But I kind of always knew I wanted to play drums because in grade 3 we had like a music thing, and I wanted to make drum set out of pots and pans, but my mom was like, no, that's not technically making an instrument, right? Like other people were making shakers and like maracas and stuff like that. So I ended up making like a horn out of a freaking paper towel roll, and I just like blew in the horn or whatever because I couldn't have my damn drum set. And that's then yeah, anyways, when I was remixing these songs with the digital turntables, I kind of got into Slipknot because my buddy's brother was selling a bunch of his CDs. There was Project Wise, Slipknot, Deftones, Linkin Park, and there's a couple other bands. Korn was in there too. So I got a bunch of those CDs, and they really inspired me to get into the music. I would literally grab wooden spoons and drum on a phone book. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no experience. I just beat the living crap out of this phone book. And my mom was like, why is this in pieces? Because it's just shredded, right?
What did you use for drumsticks?
Wooden spoons.
Oh,
yeah, I just jacked them out of the kitchen or whatever. I'd always put them back, but yeah. So I always knew I wanted to be a drummer, but I never, ever thought I could play drums. But so that was kind of like my introduction to music.
Nice.
Those new metal bands, and it always stuck with me.
Blues was my first introduction to music. Was like blues music and gospel music. I was heavy into like that old soulful shit.
Yeah.
But then like hip hop came around and it gave me a little bit more of an edge, and then I got into the harder stuff as I got older. Like I became a punk rocker in my early 20s. Like that's when I really embraced the whole music and lifestyle behind punk. It's really strange.
Yeah,
it's not like, because usually happens in high school, right? But
but you got those hip hop roots.
Yeah, which like in the end is a lot like Again, like hip hop is a lot like punk rock when you really look at like the basis of what it's about,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Like it's about like people who are struggling and trying to make it and don't like the system that they're in.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
self-made, like it or
yeah,
not, right? Yeah.
exactly. I'm trying to
Um,
find these spliffs. Hold on, I misplaced them. There they are.
so believe it or
Nathan to the
not,
rescue.
two of my first CDs, one was DMX. I can't remember which one it was. The Great Depression. Who
Yes,
We Be was on that, and then they had some pretty gnarly
great song.
skits. And my mom took that CD away real quick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I got Fatboy Slim's. I don't even know what it was called, but it was like it was mostly instrumental. But the best song was like Fatboy Slim is fucking in heaven or whatever. And it's just like it just keeps saying it over and over again. But yeah, so I got a lot of like kind of dancey, like electronic roots and hip hop roots too in the metal like that. I guess that's why I like new metal, because it was rap and rock and
Yeah.
all the best easy elements of stuff. You know, it
Yeah,
appealed to
exactly.
my
That's the
simple
one thing
mind.
about new metal that was so incredible that no one really like considered. It's like it's very genre bending.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they've like Linkin Park, for instance, like it's like so heavy metal, but really dope hip hop at the same time,
Oh
right?
man, yeah.
Like,
Some of those lines that Mike Shinoda came up with were
yeah,
like
bro. Do you have
tight.
a lighter on you?
No, I did not bring the fire.
All right, switch it up.
Oh yeah, maybe
Yeah,
we'll
you
talk
got
about
something
that
funky?
after. Yeah, we'll talk about that after.
You make stop motion stuff?
Hell yeah, man. So I had this collection of toys because I'm a freaking nerd, believe it or not. And they're like they're smaller than G.I. Joes. They're like 2.5 inches tall or something like that.
Yeah.
And they have these little machine guns. You can take the clip off and the barrel off, and you can like put a scope on it. And like, oh man, they're so cool. But I'm like, what am I going to do with these toys? So I decided I was going to try my hand at stop motion. So my latest endeavor has been doing some stop motion stuff. Yeah, so I basically just make these guys kill the shit out of each other. I want to get like a little more story and maybe do some comedy with it and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it's pretty tedious. I try and make one a month, but
I
it
can
takes
imagine.
a lot.
Apparently, even like, but there's some cameras and camera apps that make it easier now, isn't there, for stop motion?
I'm not sure. If there is, I have yet to find them, but I would love to stumble across that. Leave it in the comments if you know these apps and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, because my partner's daughter makes stop motion videos also
that's cool.
with Lego and shit. Maybe she just has more patience, but
Yeah, give me the link later because I try and follow as many people as possible. Mainly in hopes they follow me back. But yeah, and I still watch their stuff. I like their stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool though. I make zombie apocalypse ones, World War II ones. I made this one called Operation Black Scorpion, and the soldier, he's like running around with his knife and he's just like juking everybody, and then pulls out his like sniper rifle and is capping some dudes, and it's pretty cool.
My buddy Peter does Twitch too, buddy. That was in the first episode.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I heard Twitch can be pretty lucrative actually if you appeal to the right crowd.
Yeah, I think I could do it if I was in the video games, but I'm not.
Apparently, you can use it for other stuff. My buddy uses it for drumming.
For drumming?
Yeah, and apparently he's paid for cymbals with it. A lot of his renovations have been paid for with it.
Sweet.
Yeah, so yeah, you could probably do your music on there.
Yeah, or even like what I'm doing now.
Absolutely, yeah, 100%. Get another one live streaming to Twitch or something like that.
Does Twitch have to be live?
I think it is. Yeah, I think it's 100% live stream.
100% live stream.
Yeah. So it's a little more.
When I start doing live stream podcasts, I can do them on there. It's probably the best idea.
Yeah.
When I start doing that, I'm gonna start doing that once I have better shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Fuck
yeah,
yeah,
live
man.
streaming. I want to make sure if it's live stream, it's going to be the same quality as it is right now.
Yeah, because a
Right.
lot of live streams degrade the quality. You get
Mhm.
that juddery like
Yeah, I don't want that. I want that. I
camera.
want that
Yeah,
shit to be fucking seamless.
absolutely.
Yeah, at least for live stream, I can figure that out as time goes. Mm. Have you ever been to into hip hop? Like, you like listening to hip hop? You ever like done it? You've played drums, hip hop drums for me before. You've definitely done that.
Yeah. I've written some raps, and I actually I program my fair share of beats with Fruity Loops.
Nice.
So I'm definitely like into that kind of stuff, but I'm not like aggressively into it. I like to dabble into it a little
Mhm.
bit, and I like the elements of it, and I can
Like,
appreciate.
you don't consider yourself hip hop?
No,
No.
I've never been one to like really label myself. In high school, people are like, "Are you a punk? You look
Or a
like a
metalhead
punk,
or
or are you
whatever.
this and that." And I'm
Yeah.
just like, I'm Nathan. Uh, and the fine words of Eminem, I am whatever you say I am.
Yes. Nice. Well, good. Yeah, hip hop's always was like my biggest musical love.
That's your
Always.
anchor, your
Yeah,
constant.
yeah. That's a good way to put it. My anchor, my musical anchor, is always hip hop. Like,
Nice.
and culturally too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because hip hop is like, I've been a part. I've before I even became or was able to figure out that I could beatbox or rap. I wanted to DJ, and I dabbled a little bit in the graffiti and the break dancing. I wasn't good at either, but like, I appreciated the fuck out of it. But I can dance. I just can't break dance.
Yeah. All of those
Like,
are fine arts in the end, right?
yeah.
Like, and you knew that you wanted to spend your energy
And
somewhere else.
somewhere in the field of hip hop, I just didn't know where yet until I found beatboxing.
But it's cool that you tried. You're
Yeah.
like, is this my alley? Nah. Is this my
Yeah.
alley? Nah.
Yeah.
And then you found it. You're like, this is my path.
Yeah, this is what I need to do, and it hasn't really done me wrong. Like, beatboxing has been like an anchor for everything that I do musically, also.
Yeah, man,
Like,
you're a solid beatboxer.
yeah.
Like, yeah. I always loved hearing you at the cave. Met this guy at the cave.
The cave is
no longer a thing.
I know, it's where we all used to jam together. It was so good. Like, most of the musicians in the KW area within like a 6-7 year time, we were all jamming there at one point. Like, it was crazy.
If you're a musician in this region, you know about the cave, or you've been to the cave.
Yeah, or you've performed there, or you've jammed there.
Even the old people are like, the cave, that's still around. And it's like, man, I used to love hearing that. Now it's like, well, it's not around anymore, which is a bummer. But change is constant. Got to turn with the world.
Exactly. That's what I'm doing.
Yes, sir.
I tried one way of making it happen, so I gotta try a different way now.
Yeah, that's what's important. You keep trying, right?
You gotta do what you love. That's in the end what's the most important, if you ask me.
100%.
Like, unfortunately, when you're an artist, what you love isn't always the most of financially gaining.
Yeah,
I guess you could say. Like, it's hard. I've covered this with everybody almost. It seems to be one thing that musicians very much worry about, or like that really fucks with us, is the fact that we like can't make a living off of it unless we get lucky or have the time to put it in.
So
you know?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the time and effort.
Yeah, and a little bit of luck.
A little bit of luck.
Yeah.
A lot of perseverance, because I've been busking a lot lately in the last 2 years in Waterloo, because I don't have to pay for a permit up there.
Yeah.
And like it averages out between $15 and $20 an hour, but like some days I've made $50 to $60 an hour, and then I usually just call it quits after 2 to 4 hours. But if I were to give a solid 8 to 10 hours a day,
Yeah.
I could probably make the same amount as somebody who works 40 hours a week. You know what I mean? But
But that's also based on luck a little bit.
It's taxing on the voice,
Yeah.
it's taxing on the fingers, and it's not a guaranteed income.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of luck, because some days I've made as little as like $5 an hour.
Yeah.
And so it brings the average down quite a bit.
Exactly. It's a roll of the dice every time you go out busking, bro.
Yeah.
Like, Bylaw kicked me out of fucking Kitchener Victoria Park the other day. And as I was looking directly at the encampment across from me, I'm just like, he looked at me, he said this to me, and I didn't say this to him. I wish I did, but I looked at the crowd and I looked back at him. I was like, you're serious? Like, are you seriously gonna kick me out for because I was using amplified music? That was the issue.
Oh, really? So
Because I
that's
had my setup
yeah.
out there.
Go to Waterloo, man. Nobody gives you trouble. People just they soak it up. I don't know if Waterloo is just like they're like, yo, this is how we get rid of change. They just bring it to the bank and cash it in, or like I don't know why they let buskers busk there and not in Kitchener, but Waterloo just loves buskers.
Yeah.
They embrace the musical culture and they are
Well, it probably has a lot to do with the fact that a lot of the people there are university students,
yeah, I guess so, yeah.
right? It's like mostly university housing around uptown.
Yeah, in Kitchener, it's just a bunch of crackety old people that just want to retire or something, work all
Bro,
day.
it's all the same city. It's just a different side of the city.
Yeah.
This is all one city. Why does
I
people
love
do
you,
this?
Kitchener. I'm Kitchener born and raised, man.
I don't know. Kitchener, Cambridge, Waterloo, all the same thing in my eyes.
Yeah,
They're all
absolutely.
the same city in my eyes.
It's just like,
Like,
they get a little bit better, you know what I mean?
But
It's
they
like
are
Cambridge is a little
different,
ratty,
but, like,
Kitchener's all right,
it's in the
Waterloo's bougie.
maybe it's just because it's in the region and it's as far as regions go, pretty small.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, we
Right?
got like 500,000 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like as far as regions and even in area, because like Peel region is massive. It covers all of Mississauga,
Oh yeah. Like,
all
yeah.
of Brampton, part of all of Malton, like some of Bolton. Peel is a huge region.
You're like naming off cities I don't even know, man.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'm a delivery guy.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
why this
yeah.
is called special delivery if you haven't put that together.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, that's
My day job is delivering boxes. So like yeah, and so I just know a lot of towns. I've delivered in a lot of different places.
no, that's good, man.
yeah,
That's
from places like between here all the way to fucking Ottawa, bro. Like I've been
it's
in-
super important. Like, what if your GPS doesn't work one
I
day?
know
You
my-
know how to get where you're going, right?
Yeah,
Me,
for the
I'm just
most
like,
part.
oh, fuck, my
Depending on
GPS
where I
broke.
am, yeah. But I can always tell where my east and west and souths are.
Yeah,
Like I can just look up and know.
yeah, straight up. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like-
the sun's there. Okay, I know where I'm
Or
going.
I see a landmark of some sort, or I know where the highway is in a direction from where I am, or whatever. It all depends on that.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
right? Like I'm pretty good at figuring that shit out. But like if you ever drop me off in the boon somewhere where I've never been, then I'm fucked.
Yeah.
But I know which direction I have to go to, probably, but I don't know where it was left. So
Oh, that's a weird feeling too. When you get to a place where you know that you wouldn't be able to get back, and you're just
Yeah.
like, because a lot of times you go to the regular like 2-3 hour far away place, but like you know you could get back if you wanted to, but like sometimes somebody takes you somewhere, you're like, man, if I had to get home from here, I'm fucked.
like it's those small dinky towns in the middle of nowhere that are usually the most hardest to figure out unless somebody's nice enough to help you.
Yeah.
Right?
Nowadays, everybody's just like, get the fuck off my property.
People are pretty nice to me, man.
Yeah.
I
I literally just, I'm only thinking of this one story I saw. Somebody was in I don't even know what town it was now, but anyways, they pulled over in a beer store parking lot and their hood was up and their car was overheating and the guy's like, get out of my parking lot or whatever. It was like, I guess, I don't know, they probably have like a lot of crime around there.
yeah.
Anyways, back on track. What was our track? Where are we going?
We're high. It's okay. We can lose the track.
Like, if you don't smoke weed, I don't know, man. I don't recommend it.
When did you start
It's
smoking weed?
awesome. I actually didn't start smoking weed till I was like 18. Oh wow, that's why we wear a mask. Anyways, I didn't start smoking weed until I was 18. Believe it or not, full disclosure, I told my mom and I told my dad, and if you don't remember, I told you. Well, I'm sorry. I did like ecstasy before I did anything other than drinking. I drank.
Ecstasy was your drug, like your
Yeah.
first drug?
Yeah, my friends were like, yo, we got some extra pills or extra money. We can get a pill for you. I was like, all right, fuck it. Because at that point, I had kind of like gotten into a bit of a depression. And I literally decided I wanted to try drugs. And I told myself I'm going to do drugs for a year and just see what the hype is about.
Yeah.
Because all my friends did it. I would be hanging out in the basement. They're all smoking weed and shit. And they're like, you want a toke? I'm like, nah, man. Like, nah, I'm good. I just drink my fucking 40 of OE.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, buddy.
I still drink those sometimes.
Really? Oh, yeah. dude.
Like, just for nostalgia's sake.
Oh, that'd be great in
Yeah.
a paper bag and shit.
Yeah, man.
I
All
never
mine.
I did paper bag it when we were walking down the street once, but usually we would just chill in the basement. We weren't like, it was so fucking. I didn't do I didn't smoke weed until one day we couldn't get anything, and my guys were like, oh, let's just get some weed or whatever. I was like, oh, weed? I've never smoked weed before.
Yeah.
And they're like, what the fuck? You've never smoked weed before?
At 18, that's unheard of. In
Right.
Canada, It's
Yeah.
unheard of to
So
have not tried smoking weed by 18. Like, who the
oh
fuck?
yeah.
The first time for me was I was 13, man. My
Yeah?
first
Oh
time
fuck,
we
dude.
were
You were
smoking
like
weed.
you were ready. Like you would have laughed at me.
Well, I was a huge stoner by the time I was 18.
How did you smoke weed the first time you smoked weed?
A blunt.
A blunt.
After watching that movie,
That's
Kids.
proper, bro. That's
After
proper.
after watching that one movie, Kids.
Yeah.
Because it teaches you how to do
Yeah,
it in the
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
So,
That's
yeah.
sick, right?
And then me and my cousins back in Germany fucking tried it out after we watched that movie.
That's solid, man. I wish I would have had a blunt or a joint. My buddies,
Yeah.
you know what they did? They brewed me a bucket.
Yeah,
Water
those are so hot. It's too much. Why do people do that to themselves?
One would have been enough, right?
Like,
So I'm sitting at the corner. We're in the bathroom. I'm sitting at the corner of the bathtub. One, I'm just like, good, right? That was
Yeah.
it. They brew me another one. I was like, they brew me a third one, bro. I fucking fall into the bathtub. I'm spinning. They bring me down to my room and we're fucking watching anime. And I'm spinning out. I close my eyes. I can still see the anime even though my eyes are closed. I'm like, everything's spinning so fast. They're like, we're gonna go, bro. I was like, oh my god. So they get me high as fuck. Thanks fucking Anthony. Thanks fucking Ryan. Fucking get me high as fuck. Leave me in my house all by myself. Fucking puke all over my kitchen. But they came back after I fucking puked and they were like fucking they're like, you need help? I'm like, nah, I'm good. I got this. I'm high as fuck cleaning up my puke. So that was
Nice.
my first time getting stoned. I'm like, they're like, so how did you like it the next day? I was like, well, it's all right, but I can't see myself doing it every day. I have smoked weed every day since. Pretty much. Almost every day.
I
since.
try to do the sober October thing. I try to do that every
Yeah?
year. Yeah, like for the past 3 years. Last year I didn't because of the whole candy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fucked me right up. I was in the
Man.
middle of that, and then when I heard that, I was
Yeah,
like,
that was-
whoa.
Yeah.
And I got wasted like that day.
Yeah.
Like straight up. I felt that was a bad one. Candy is a dear friend of ours and the friend of the music community out here, and she passed away last year.
Yeah, I wasn't super close to her, but I was close to a lot of people that were close to her. So the shockwaves.
But you know what she
Oh, she
represented
was
with like the just
beautiful
within
soul,
the
man,
music,
like, yeah.
like
I met her at the
clique of
cave.
people, yeah.
Probably the same night that I met you, man. Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, she was. Yep, she affected a lot of people in a very good way.
Me included.
Yeah.
Like changed my whole outlook on certain things in my life, man. Like just from having a good talk with her.
Yeah, man. That's
know?
yeah. It's
Sometimes that's all it takes for shit to turn around is a good talk with someone.
yeah. Yeah, I cleaned my act up literally probably like a year and a half after I started doing drugs. I tried everything like I never did any injections. I never stuck any needles in my arms. But yeah, so I cleaned up and I just ended up smoking weed and then like I fucking did a little bit of E there, a little bit of coke here, but I haven't done any hard drugs for over 10 years, but I never really gravitated towards like those crowds of people after I cleaned up and like so I never got close to a lot of really good people, but unfortunately, a lot of really good people got affected by that stuff in those groups. So I didn't get to meet a lot of great people, and unfortunately, a lot of those great people have been lost. But yeah, so I've kind of like disconnected from that like harder partying realm.
Yeah.
A lot of people used to say I was like an old man.
I
like,
never
"You're an old
really
man,
was
bro."
a big like in the hard partying realm.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you don't remember, most of the time you saw me at the cave, who was driving?
Yeah, you're the
I was
man.
like the
yeah.
DD of the year, like every time.
Yeah, and you guys are always well poised. Well, like there was like a fight or two that broke out, but I don't think it was you. I never saw you fight. It was always like
I'm
these
always
other two
breaking
guys.
fights.
Yeah, you
I
were
don't
them.
fight,
You were
man.
like I think yeah.
I
you were
don't
the
fight.
guy that pulled them apart.
I've never been in a physical altercation with somebody since I was like last time was 19 years old.
Oh wow, yeah, that sounds
And like
that sounds about
even
right for
that
me, too.
one I walked away from.
Yeah.
Like he punched me in the face and I walked away from
Oh, you
him.
were just like
Yeah, I just fucked off.
because it wasn't worth it because you could have.
I was on probation for some other shit. We don't have to
Yeah.
get into that.
Yeah.
That's mainly why I needed to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
I
man.
not need cops to come. So I was like, okay, whatever. I can't do this. I gotta go.
Yeah.
And he was with all his friends and I was alone. I didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen.
Yeah, and like in the
I'm from
event you do
Mississauga, bro.
prevail, like
In Mississauga, there is no such thing as a fair fight out there.
no.
You know what I mean? Like me and my friends jumped people and people jumped us. That's how the shit went down.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Yeah. Like it was weird. My teenagehood was pretty crazy.
Yeah, like oh man, I never had not a lot of toughs, not a lot of fights. I think the only like serious fight I ever got in, I was like coaxed into, because we were drinking one New Year's evening, And this guy, I was not seeing eye to eye with him, and he would always just like shit talk people, but he would be like, yo, I'm just freestyling, you know what I mean? But I don't know. Anyways, I didn't see eye to eye with him, and I got some shit with him, and like anyways, one day my buddy's like, yo, this guy's here, he's at the party. He's like, you should go fight him. And like I was so drunk, I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. And like I fucking got my ass fucking smashed, man. I apparently I gave him a bloody lip, but like I was like at the point of blackout drunk, and like I remember jumping over these two guys who are like, it's not worth it to get this guy, and then fucking get him in a headlock or whatever, and then all of a sudden I feel fucking myself falling into the dog dish, and like there's fucking water all over the fucking place. Like I'm like, where is he? They're like, it's okay, man, he's outside, Josh got him or whatever. And it's just like the only serious fight I ever got into was because some fucking guy was like, yo, go fight this guy, when I was so drunk. And like I fucking had a fat lip, and I was like, I don't know if I was concussed or I puked because I was drunk.
Yeah.
But I was puking right after in the toilet, and this girl was, I think the girl wanted to get with me, but I was just puking in the toilet. Not happening.
not happening.
Game has been smashed. But yeah. I was never really... Again this morning with the sun in my eyes, my mic came over with a script surprise, a mafia story with a twist, a 2-1 fruit, you knew my head, you get your ass out of bed, he said, I'll explain it on the way. But we did nothing, absolutely nothing that day, and I said, what the hell am I doing drinking in LA? Secrets. For the flavor, know that payback will be late, and I need a big fix. And all the girls on the bus kept on laughing at us as we rode on the 10 down to Venice again, blaring out the G-funk, sipping on the juice and gin. Just me and a friend, feeling kinda groovy, working on a movie. But we did nothing, absolutely buckets that day. And I say, what the hell am I doing drinking in LA at 26? I've got that fever for the flavor, know that payback will be late, and I need a big fix. Some men there wanted to hurt us, other men knew we weren't worth the fuss. You could see them all bitching by the bar, felt the fine line between the rich and the poor. Then Mike turned to me and said, what you think we got done, son? We found a conclusion, and I guess that's something. Still I ask you, what the hell am I doing drinking in LA at 26.
You want to do one more, or you want to call it?
Yeah. I was never really one to get into the physical altercations. Just better to
Yeah.
walk away, right?
Back in the day, all the
Now
time.
look at me though. Like
When
look
I
at
was
these
like,
little arms. They can do shit all.
from all through elementary school, all through high school, there was times where I got into physical altercation.
Well, yeah. Those yeah. Always grappling. Lots of
I
grappling.
got
Not
picked
a lot
on
of
a lot
punches.
in elementary school.
You were Mississauga though.
For elementary school, I was in Germany.
Oh, okay. What was it
Yeah.
like out there?
Well, depending on what school I was going to, I went to like a German, like, because I first started going to school in English immersion schools, right?
Okay, so they're kind of like introducing you to Western culture.
No, that and British. It was like a British based school that I went to for the first like 3 years of school.
Oh, so that kind of English.
Yeah, and so that because my parents just wanted me to learn how to read and write English as well as German, right? But then when we moved, I was forced to go to a regular German school.
Yeah.
So it fucked me up. I had like an accent when I spoke German, even though I lived there my whole life, just because I was learning 2 languages at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and it cost a lot of shit. Like in those schools, I got like just racist people. But
they're picking on you because you didn't sound
because
like
I'm
them.
different and I'm weird and my background's this and like there was a lot of hate for like Middle Eastern people in Germany for a long time.
Yeah. That's
I talked about
unfortunate.
this in the last episode, actually.
Yeah, it's sad to know that it extends across the planet, really.
Yeah.
Like
being bullied for any reason.
It's weird. People are so weird, man. It's like we're the same on the inside. For in general, our brains are the same, our anatomy's the same, got the same bones, our bone structure's a little different, but it's just like, and people are like, nah, you look different than me, you believe something different than me, you must die or suffer extreme pain, or like I have to like
Sorry, why am I laughing?
I don't know.
I don't know why. I'm sorry.
I went to the most extreme one first. That's why
I laughed. Like,
Family Guy shock value. This is what we get in Western culture, man. We get these fucking shows that teach us that it's funny to talk about people dying, and it's like, fuck. I'm sorry, it's not actually funny, but we laugh at it anyways because it's shock value, right?
I'm a huge supporter of saying something shocking, but as long as it's clever and funny.
Yeah, not just to hurt somebody, but actually to make people laugh.
Yeah, when it's actually clever.
Like those comedians that like go off and like they're literally just attacking somebody.
Andrew Schultz is the best comedian I've ever seen.
What does he look like? I'm bad with names, good with faces.
He's got like a mustache, big nose. His podcast called Flagrant 2 with Akash Singh. And like he's been doing it for a minute. He's actually right now.
Let it die, man. I'm fucking sorry.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if I've heard this guy.
Oh, he's funny, dude, and his podcast is amazing.
What is his name?
Andrew Schultz.
Andrew Schultz. I'm gonna look him up.
Just look up his face and you'll see.
Yeah. I won't look up any like podcast or anything. We'll get like shut down or something. YouTube
no, man.
Will be,
like this guy, I'm a huge fucking fan. If you by any chance get to see this, you're one of the fucking best out there, fam. Like I'm not a comedian, but you're fucking good.
Yeah.
Kind of funny, but no.
Not this kid. Maybe I spelled his name wrong. I spelled his name wrong.
Yes, you did. Yeah, it's Schultz. This guy.
Oh yeah, I've definitely seen this guy.
Yeah,
before.
he's fucking funny, dude.
Yeah.
Like he's fucking so good, and the thing is, what he does, he says a lot of wild shit, but he's really good at it, man.
Yeah, he's careful about it.
And no, he's not careful.
No,
but like he's just good at it, and everybody gets them.
Yeah,
everybody gets the jokes, no matter where you're from, what your background, doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah,
and including everyone. He goes after everyone. If you really pay attention to what he does, he intentionally targets everybody.
Yeah.
So that way you know that it's all jokes.
Discrimination. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
or
not
like
discriminating or hating on anybody.
Just get them all equally.
Yeah. But no, that's obviously not either. He's really good at what he does, and he's super funny. I love him. There's a lot of people out there that think he's a terrible human for some of the shit he says. I'm sure people think that, but that's not my opinion. So fuck it.
Yeah, I'm super desensitized to that. I grew up in the era where it was okay to use slurs against people's sexual orientation, their religious background. I grew up. It was ridiculous
that
how
was
much
acceptable
14-year-olds on our like I'm
in our
33.
generation.
How
Yeah,
old are
yeah.
yeah,
I'm 34.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So in our
yeah.
generation, they literally made it okay for us to make fun of a lot of the cultures and changes that are happening now, causing a lot of turmoil in
Yeah.
this change because we have to learn to censor ourselves, which is fine. I'm cool with that, man. Like if I was raised wrong, I will correct myself.
Yeah.
If I don't want to offend people so I can laugh, that's pathetic. If the only way I can get off in life is to make somebody else hurt, then I really need to evaluate my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But,
yeah,
but
so
if
it's
they
like
think it's funny, that also helps.
yeah, well, absolutely. Like
Like Andrew Schultz's fucking like crowd is diverse as fuck.
yeah, like anybody around the world's gonna laugh at his jokes,
Everybody
right?
loves
Yeah.
him from everywhere. He's got like Indian people, Pakistani people, fucking Arabs, fucking black people, Puerto Rican people. Everybody's at his
The
shows. 'Cause
globe is like
everyone.
laughing at his shit. Yeah.
And he's also very cultured, which is honestly the kicker. He knows about them.
yeah.
So like about real things that aren't actually offensive about them. Like, you know what I mean?
And he looks like he's not like traditional English white American
he's
too.
he's like Scottish descent.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
I don't know. He definitely looks Puerto Rican.
Yeah, yeah,
He really does. I think
very
he looks
odd
Puerto
looking
Rican as
fellow.
fuck.
No offense,
Like,
Andrew Schultz.
Yeah, you look Puerto Rican in my opinion.
So it's a bit of a shift, but I gotta mention this is a fantastic piece of art.
Yeah,
beside
man,
us here.
Basque. His name is Basque. That's what he wants to go by. I had to
Basque.
like edit it out of the other episodes because he insisted that I don't say his actual name.
Okay, yeah, I can see it's
Yeah.
like written on this guy right here,
Yeah,
Basque. That's
Basque.
dope.
That's
like,
where he signed it. Yeah.
And you were saying this thing's for sale?
Yeah, $420, man.
Gnarly. That's awesome. man.
Starting at best offer.
Yeah, throw out your bids, man. I think it's pretty cool. If I had the cash, I would probably buy it. Throw it up in fucking studio. Or
He
something,
said
man.
I could keep it for free. So if you guys don't buy it, it's mine.
You're gonna let this guy have it for free?
Yeah, I'm giving y'all a couple months. Like, don't worry, you got time.
Oh yeah, he's gonna grow attached to it. So the sooner you buy it, the better.
I love art.
And it's good art.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. He did all that shit up there too.
That's pretty cool. I like the collage style.
Yeah, that collage.
You can't
thing
see
he
it, but
did.
it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, no worry, you'll see it eventually, in time. Now you guys just get one painting,
Yeah.
like and me
You have to
And
buy
him,
this one to
and
see
whoever
the other
else
ones.
decides to sit there.
Oh yeah, watch the other episodes. They're freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, bro.
This guy is the guy.
It's the guy to talk to. I talk a lot,
Yeah,
and I get
sorry.
people to open up to me. It's a weird gift.
What is it? Spiritual people call it a light worker.
Excuse me, a light worker.
Yes.
Okay, can you explain this?
I
curious.
can't really explain it in depth, but apparently, like, you are very empathetic. Are you?
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes to a fault.
You can sometimes almost seemingly read somebody's mind or say what they're gonna say before they say it.
Depending on how well I know them, yeah.
Yeah. It's generally somebody you hang out with a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Not just like random person on the
Yeah,
street.
exactly.
I'm trying to remember this because some lady said it to me, and I was just like, okay. It was like, I work with the light. I am a Jedi. You know what I mean? It's just like...
I'm the lighting guy.
I am one with the Force, and the Force is one with me. But okay, so I looked it up after, and there's a lot to it. And it's like interesting because I am into spirituality, and there are like it's about auras and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely I don't know, man. But apparently you're a light worker.
Like just my knowing that ability that I have where people like feel comfortable with me, because that's honestly what it feels like.
Yes,
People
sorry,
just
yeah,
feel-
that was the point.
Yeah.
That's another thing. People immediately feel like they've known you forever and that they can tell you anything. Generally,
without judgment.
Generally, anybody
Yeah.
who's got the time to stop to talk to you and get to know you, not just like the Tim Hortons worker or whatever.
Because when you look at me, I just look like I don't know, an old metalhead or an old biker or something.
I never ever see anybody's appearance as their age, and maybe that's why I'm a light worker. Maybe I see your aura, but I see how old people
The way you
feel
said that was
inside.
funny.
I swear to God, I see how old people feel inside. It's weird, man. Like
I've been through a
I
lot
would
in my
see
20s,
you as
man.
like an early mid-20s soul, you know what I mean? I would not
Really?
see you as like a 34-year-old soul, man. Like I just look at you as like a young, spunky, you still got lots of life in you, you know
Yeah, I
what I
do.
mean?
That's for
Yeah,
sure.
like
I'm
it's
only
like
34, bro. I'm not dying.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I don't know. I
Like,
don't see like there was this guy, he was like 45 and I was like, "Man, you're probably like 32." And he's like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, so maybe like internally he doesn't
mhm.
feel 45." I'm 33 and I feel like
I
I'm
don't
like
know,
a
man.
fucking
Like my
teenager
20s felt
sometimes.
like really actually felt like a decade. You
Yeah.
understand? You know, people say 10 years didn't feel like that long.
Yeah.
It's nah, man. That shit felt long. Like
Yeah,
my
yeah, when you
20s was
sit
a
back and think
long
about it,
time.
man, there's
No,
a lot of jobs and girlfriends, bands, lots of stuff happened
drama,
in that
fucking
decade.
kids that I'm raising, everything. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
and like yeah, bless you for raising kids, man. That's awesome.
I'm
Lots
doing
of
my
people,
best.
yeah, lots of people they sign up for it and they quit.
I didn't sign up for it, but it happened.
Hey, yeah,
I'm doing my best in the
I was
to
not a
do it.
planned event either. So,
Neither
but
was
I'm
I.
doing my best with what I got.
Yeah, he ain't got no kids.
No, my girlfriend, she has a lovely, lovely, handsome young man, and I've been helping raise him for the last 2 years, which is great. I'm a co-parent, but
Oh yeah, so plug
did not
all your
father a kid.
socials right now for me, real quick.
Okay, you can find me on YouTube by searching Bonassin N or Nathan Bonassin. You find me on Instagram searching Mr. Diabolical. You can find me on Spotify searching Nathan Bonassin or any of your streaming platforms that you prefer to use. That's pretty much it. That sums it up. And I'm not LinkedIn yet. I'm not OnlyFansing my feet yet. So that's it. That's all you get.
Nice. And also, your his partner is also a musician. She's the lead singer of what band?
Oh yeah, Misconduct. Yeah, this fiery chick. She's gonna be on this show soon, isn't she? Yeah,
Whenever
man.
she's ready. Yeah, whenever she's got time.
Absolutely. She's also an aspiring tattoo artist.
Sweet.
So stick around for that one. Probably gonna give this guy a tattoo. I don't know about on the show, but
That would be actually super fucking cool.
That would be
Like that would be the best shit ever.
while you're interviewing her.
Yeah.
The tattoo gun. Actually, the new tattoo guns are pretty fucking quiet, man. They're not like "Wah." They're actually just like.
And if I use the Sherm, I could probably we could do that. Do it
Yeah,
that way, right?
just get a little one. You know,
Yeah.
like Steve-O does that shit, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, maybe, because I need to get a new tattoo, man. Tell her, I'll tell her myself, but like, if she
You
wants
got
to,
lots of canvas here.
yeah, this is all gonna be roosters. Tell her to make her own version, like of a cartoon rooster, or pick a classic one she wants to recreate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gnarly. Yes. Yeah. All right.
Okay. And then you can, and then she can do whatever she wants, but it has to be a rooster-based tattoo. That's what this
Yeah.
whole arm's gonna be.
That's dope.
Like,
That's so sick.
it's just gonna be a collage of cocks all over my arm. Like, that's the idea.
God. Yes.
It already looks like balls, right?
Oh, what this thing here? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got a sack hanging out there,
Yeah.
bro. Oh, yeah. That's
That's
sick.
the-
But yeah, like just little fucking rooster
I've had the
balls.
best reactions to that, and I'll tell those stories on a later date.
Just like ah. No, I got 2 tattoos. If I had more money, I'd get tattoos. But
Yeah, they're expensive as fuck, man. But she's your
musician life
girlfriend.
is
She can
expensive.
practice on you.
She did. That's the only reason I have 2 tattoos.
Ah.
The second one cost me a lot of house cleaning and a little bit of other stuff.
Like, I wanted to be covered by now, but it's money, bro. I had 3 kids to take care of. It's hard to
3.
like,
yeah,
that's a hard thing to fucking like decide to do. Spend that much
feed
money
my
on something
kid,
you don't have
get
it.
a tattoo. I think you made the right choice.
Yeah.
Feed your
Yeah.
kid. Pulls out a new tattoo.
Yeah, no, but like I've gotten lucky with my tattoos mostly. They're all been really cheap.
That's all right, man. That's a
This
affordable
one's
living.
the best thing. It was free. I won it.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. It's Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Oh, Shimon. Come on.
I used
Hell
to
yeah.
do that all the time. It was funny. But some people get mad at that tattoo.
Oh man, like
Some
despite
people
the
get really
allegations,
mad,
you
yeah.
can't really fucking. Like,
And whatever, it's already off its skin. And the inspiration is done.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be the musician I am if it wasn't for this guy.
Also, like, there's probably at least 12 other people responsible for like a lot of the songs that we enjoy by Michael Jackson that
Yeah.
we can still appreciate.
Yes.
Even if the allegations are true, we can't hate the producer.
Yeah.
unless there's allegations against them. Can't hate the recording engineer unless there's allegations against them.
Yeah, it goes deeper than just one person.
Straight up,
But
man.
that's the title name on it.
Yeah, like Marilyn Manson fucked up. Anyways.
Yo, but Marilyn Manson didn't even do that much original work. Most of his shit was covers.
Yeah, and there was a lot of people making his music sound good.
Yeah.
I don't hate John 5 because fucking Marilyn Manson.
He was not. I don't think he was the brains. He was just the face.
Oh God,
Marilyn
yeah.
Manson.
Yeah, he had a brain, but it was fucked up. He has a brain, but it's.
I don't even know the whole story about the allegations with him.
Mutual abuse. Same with Matthew Goodband. Going down for mutual abuse.
What's mutual abuse?
They agree to cheat on each other and yell at each other in the beliefs that it strengthens their relationship.
Oh.
But it's agreed upon.
Oh.
It's a mutual abuse.
Okay, but why is that an allegation then?
Because I guess there's
nothing wrong with that.
I'm not a lawyer.
If it's mutual, if that's the idea.
Okay, but there's other things that popped up that I don't know fully about. Apparently, he would like lock girls in rooms and tie them up.
Yeah, but some girls are into that.
I don't know if
that's a fact that women are into that.
Straight up. And look up those videos. Girls be hanging from the ceiling,
bro,
all tied up and shit.
There's women who are into that.
But maybe
who knows?
Maybe he ties this girl up, right?
Yes.
And it goes a little longer than they thought. And he's like, "Shit, I got that 12 o'clock appointment. I'll be back in 2 hours."
And that's what they're mad about is that he forgot.
He left me up here for 2 hours.
They just forgot about him. That's what they're mad about. I guess that could be it.
Yeah,
that's like the line that they decided to draw, and he drew and he crossed that line. Then it's abuse.
Because she really had to poo or something, and she couldn't make it to the bathroom.
Weird.
Yeah, weird. Sorry. No. Anyways, we're moving on from the weird.
Yes. Why not?
Oh man. Yeah. So what are you doing with music lately? What's going on, man? You making some tracks and stuff?
I make beats all the time.
Hell yeah.
Like all the beats that you've seen me making in my videos are all from scratch. Like I just make them for the videos and then they're gone.
Boom, off the top of the head.
Yeah.
But they're in the videos forever. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
Exactly. Like that's it. I'm done with that. And then I make other shit, make more shit, make different stuff. And yeah. I'm gonna start throwing all my guitar sing-songy songs.
Yeah.
Up too. Yeah, that's the next thing.
This guy, he writes some really good songs.
That's the thing. I have had a hard time writing lyrics with that within the last year. I've been very focused on like just soul searching in my own like day-to-day life with how to deal with my mental health and spontaneously and improvisationally make music on a regular basis.
So you kind of like use it as an outlet.
Yeah.
Like the videos, like you don't need those songs to stick around because you're letting your feelings go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's important. That's a lot of people don't understand that musicians use music to outlet their feelings. But a lot of people do understand it, but a lot of people don't understand it, and they just listen to your pain and they think that it's their pain or whatever, and they don't appreciate that you actually went through stuff too. Like Linkin Park. I never ever appreciated that Chester Bennington was basically crying for help in 90% of his songs until after he killed himself, and I was I was
What's
caught
your
up in my own
Linkin
shit.
Park song?
Man,
mine's The Messenger.
So I literally learned that on acoustic guitar.
Let's sing it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, I'm down. It's like that. I'm a definitely wholly different. Like we'll figure it out.
I'll just play it if you want to sing it.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, I'll figure it. Well, I have to play in a different key and shit. We'll see.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good songs by Linkin Park. I don't even know if I could pick my favorite one. Because I have favorite songs from every album that span like the whole career. I'm definitely an OG like Hybrid Theory guy, even before they actually were Linkin Park Hybrid Theory when they called themselves Hybrid Theory.
But that was their name before?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And it conflicted with like a DJ or a hip hop artist, but I literally paid like over $100 to get the re-release of their original EP. But I thought I was getting like the OG one, but they remastered it and it doesn't sound quite as like nasty and like basement-y anymore, so it kind of took the soul out of it in a way. Sorry, Mike Shinoda, I don't like your remix of your EP if you ever watch this. I want the OG one, bro, but I don't got $500. He's never gonna watch that shit.
Who knows?
Maybe.
Really, man. I'm
Plug Mike Shinoda.
Who
get
knows?
him in here.
Who knows, man? I'm likable as fuck.
Yes, man. You've got some reach.
I'm kidding. No, I'm not. I'm not kidding. It's kind of true.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure any single person you ask to come into this podcast will probably say yes happily.
Most
because
people
you're
have.
such a cool dude.
Like, I'm cool enough.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, and it's fun to jam with me.
Yeah, man. Like I've only jammed with you at the cave, so I'm like, excited. We're gonna jam apparently. So
Last night we jammed the last night we jammed together at the cave.
the last night of the cave, yeah.
We
that
jammed
was
together
fucking
that
sweet,
night.
man.
Yeah. Did anybody get that on tape?
I don't know. I don't got any video of any of that
No?
night.
Oh man.
Somebody should have set up a camera and got the whole night.
I should have done that.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I should have done it too.
Well,
I just was
it's
living
in my
the
memory
moment.
banks
Yeah,
forever,
that's what
so
it is.
that's okay.
Sometimes we got to turn the fucking cameras off. We got to stop recording every moment of our life and actually just live it, right? Like lately, I haven't been sharing
Music shit should be recorded more.
Yeah, for
But just
critiquing
music.
and improvement, and just in case you get that moment that you can't ever get back.
And want to release it to the world to see.
Yeah.
For the world to see, right? Like
Record every musical moment, but
Yeah.
like, I mean, like, I'm not like
But
sharing
the-
every video on social media or pictures of all my events because I'm just soaking it up. I'm refilling the energy bank. Because normally I'd be like, oh, I played this show. Look at this picture of me. Look at my drums. Look at my drumsticks or whatever, you know. But now I'm just like, it's all for me. And it's
Yeah.
like, I'll share like, hey, I'm playing a show, but I haven't really shared a lot of videos or pictures of me killing it at a show or really fucking up at a show.
Yeah.
Or looking cool or looking dumb because I've just been filling up my tank because like it's been an emptying 2 years, man.
Yeah.
Getting back to normal is stress.
Yeah, it is true. Like this is the thing. Like I'm a delivery guy. I never stopped working throughout the pandemic.
Yeah.
I
So you
kept
rolling.
I had work out throughout the whole pandemic. I was not running out of work, no issue. I quit one job for a little while just because I just needed it at the time.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of shit happening this past year, but like, yeah, for the majority of the pandemic, I was working steadily every day, so not much changed for me,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I was playing gigs 3 to 4 times a week before the pandemic while working this fucking full-time job. And when the pandemic happened, I made a post on Facebook, never make a post on Facebook about your work, about how my employers had just been to Florida, hotspot.
Yeah.
The person who handles my paychecks and all the paperwork was still working and displaying all the symptoms. I was like, man, maybe you should take some time off or something. What do you guys think? And then somebody on my Facebook called up my work and was like, blah, 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 you guys shouldn't be fucking working, fucking blah, blah, blah. And then they somehow found out who it was, and they found out that person was my Facebook friend, and they fired me on that basis. And I went through the labor board, but it was all legit. They got their asses covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I lost that job right at the beginning of the pandemic, which was great, a blessing. I don't miss you guys at all. Still making pretty much just as much money without you. Anyway, so but what really got me was getting back to the regular. It's like, oh, now I get like I didn't work out at all during the pandemic, and like my only workout source was moving my equipment, and I was relying on that, practicing regularly. But then some of the bands wouldn't practice anymore, and the shows died down. And then all of a sudden, everybody wants to practice again because the pandemic's over. The shows are booked. I got to drive here and there, and I'm just like, whoa, I did all this before the pandemic. So like for me, it was just like getting back to normal has just been like this crazy like amount of like energy to process, and like I need to give all this energy when I don't have it to give, you know what I mean? I gotta get it from somewhere, and that's just like there's nowhere to get it from because I don't fucking like I know why 80s guys and 70s guys did cocaine, man. I can feel why you did it, but I fucking can't. I can't do it, man. So I'm just a pothead, so I'm like, oh my god, I'm so tired. I gotta drive home at like 4 a.m. Give me coffee. I get it though, man. I fucking get it. There's no way I could do six nights a week on coffee and marijuana.
Yeah.
No way.
Right, it's hard.
Fucking
definitely
Beatles
difficult.
and fucking Aerosmith and Led Zeppelin and shit.
Yeah.
Do you want to
You know what?
play
Like,
that
you know
one
what?
down, or do you want to do an instrumental, or do you want me to do an original with you beatboxing over it?
Do an original with maybe boxing over it. If you,
Okay,
you're here to promote yourself, so just if you want to do that.
Okay, so this is like the vibe of it. It literally just goes back and forth between these parts. The first one's like. That's a small sound.
Well, you see, this first world living, it sure ain't cheap. They tax us when we're sleeping, and they tax us when we eat. Every dollar that we're saving, every dollar that we keep, they'll find a way to tax every single thing we need.
Cause that first world living, it sure ain't cheap. The price of freedom is getting steep. You see that first world living, it sure tastes sweet. But they tax the shoes we're wearing and the earth beneath our feet. Every dollar that we're spending, every breath that we breathe, they'll find a way to tax every single thing we need. They tax the dreams we're living and the sights we need to see. They were taxed for being born, and if we wish to rest in peace. Cause that first world living comes at a cost so steep. All these lives that we've ruined, it makes us all feel so cheap. It all feels so cheap. That first world living comes at a cost so steep. And all these lives that we've ruined makes us all feel so cheap. Well, you see, in that first world living, I've found that the best things in life are free. Just listen to the song of nature while resting in the shade of the trees. The people that surround and love us unconditionally, helping one another is absolutely free. Cause that first world living, it sure ain't cheap. The price of freedom is getting steep. That first world living came at a cost so steep.
Oh shit.
The lives that we've ruined makes us all feel so cheap.
Whoops.
It's all good. Even if we don't use it, it's cool, man. I seen it follow. I was like, whatever, man.
You know what? Like, you know what's the best like thing to ever motivate you? Believing in yourself, bro.
100%.
Yeah, man. And I believe in you, Nate.
I believe in you too, buddy.
Yeah, and I think this is good enough. All right, bro. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah,
Now it's
no
time to
problem.
jam. Peace.